React.js. React first tab. So what is ES6? EX6 stands EMEA script 6. EMEA script was created to standardize JavaScript and ES6 with sixth version of EMEA script. It was published in 2015 and it is known as EMEA script 2015. Why should I learn ES6? React US ES6, you should be familiar with some of the new features like classes, arrow functions, variables, arrays, destructing modules, ternary operator, spread operator. So what are classes? A class is a type of function, but instead of using the keyword function, it initiate to initiate it. We use class and properties assigned to a class inside a constructor method. A simple class car, open bracket, close bracket, constructor of name. This dot brand equals to name. So we are supplying name and it is adding to the name. Okay, here it is instead of Ford 1, I will type 1, 411K. Thank you, guys. So the live is of React JS. So the topic is React tutorial. So learn React. React is a JavaScript library for building user-face interfaces. React is used to build single-page applications. React allows us to create reusable components. So first we have to import uh, React DOM slash client library. And after that we have to write start functioning. And after that we have to print our elements slash hello. Yeah, we have to print the uh, functions. That's what here I'm understanding. So can we edit this? Looks it is not editable. Okay. Okay, fine. So here you see first statement, second statement is a function, third statement is for creating the is used for printing the h1 tag on the UI. So run example I am doing, and after that it is the hello world. It got printed. Okay, so go to the next one. Introduction. React.js is a front-end JavaScript library. React was developed by Facebook software engineer Jordan Walkie. React is also known as React.js or React.js. React is a tool for building UI components. How does React works? React creates a virtual DOM in JavaScript in memory. So different from JavaScript to React. What is the different? Difference between JavaScript and React.js. JavaScript is a versatile programming language widely used for creating interactive web application, web pages, and web application. It is essential for front-end development, allowing developers to manipulate web elements, handle user interactions, and dynamically update content. On the other hand, React is a popular JavaScript building user interfaces developed by Facebook. It emphasizes component-based architecture and enables developers to create efficiently large-scale applications with the reusable UI components. React.js uses a declarative approach describing how UI should look, making it easier to manage and update complex UIs too as data changes over time. Integrating React.js with JavaScript enhances to web development by producing powerful tools for building responsive and scalable applications. So JavaScript is a high-level interpreted language that is primarily used for client-side scripting in web development. It allows developers to add dynamic behavior to web pages, interacting native web application. JavaScript also be used on the server side, Node.js in the other environments beyond and web servers, web browsers. Okay, any questions? Please comment. Okay, so this is what the difference between JavaScript and React.js. Executes Client-side scripting executes within the user's browser, enabling interactive web experiences. Advantage is versatility, rich ecosystem, easy to learn, speed. JavaScript can be used for both front-end and back-end development. Rich ecosystem. It has a very vast of libraries and frameworks. Easy to learn, relatively easily for beginner to pick and start coding. Speed executes code directly in the browser, enhances responsiveness. Disadvantages: browser compatibility. Different browsers may interpret JavaScript code differently. Security. Being client side, it can be one uh, vulnerable to attacks like XSS is cross-site scripting. Performance. Incentive operations can sometimes slow down web pages. Lack of typing. Weakly typed can leads to errors that are harder to debug. So let me have some water. So React.js is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces developed by Facebook. It allows developers to create reusable UI components that can efficiently update and render when data changes. React follows a component-based architecture and uses a virtual DOM for better performance. Component-based architecture UIs are composed of reusable components and each managing its own state. So advantages of React.js: component reusability, virtual DOM, JSX, strongly strong community. So component reusability encourages reusable UI components, saves development time, enhances performance by updating only necessary DOM elements. JSX allows writing HTML like syntax and JavaScript, improving code readability. Sorry. Strong community, large and active community support with numerous libraries and resources. Disadvantages of React.js: complexity, tooling, SEO concerns, frequent updates. So, what is complexity? Steeper learning curve, especially when integrating with other tools or libraries. Tooling requires additional tools like Babel, Webpack for setup and deployment. SEO concerns. Initial server-side rendering setup can be complex for SEO purposes. Frequent updates. React updates may introduce breaking changes requiring updates in existing databases. So differences between JavaScript and React. It is a programming language, JavaScript. React is a JavaScript library. So general purpose scripting for web page development, specialized for building user interfaces, UIs in web apps. Browser, client side and servers Node.js. Browser, client side. Syntax plain JavaScript. Syntax JSS, JSX, JavaScript XML. It is a React JS. Architecture of JavaScript is event driven. React architectural is component based, and in JavaScript it is manually typed. Supported context API, Redux, etc. This we can use in React JS. Dependent on browser and implementation. Optimized with virtual DOM. Broad ecosystem for libraries and frameworks. Rich ecosystem for React specific tools and libraries. Developed by Netscape Communication Corporation. React.js was developed by Facebook, widely used across web and server environments, specifically for front-end UI development. Okay, so now we learned about React.js and JavaScript differences. Okay, this link I'm giving in the comments. You can see. Okay, thank you guys. So it's time to 12 o'clock. I'm closing the lab. If any questions, please comment it. See you in the next lab. Bye bye. Please subscribe my channel if anyone is interested. Thank you.